So if you are accepted into the Barkley races, you receive a letter of condolences from Cantrell, which is also basically what the major does in the long walk.
Who's ready to f***ing win?
I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry for your loss.
I'm so sorry. You're going to hate yourself. That's so funny.
Have you ever wondered what it's like to perform an autopsy?
Ever wanted to know how accurate your favorite crime drama is?
If you're brave enough,
Join us inside the morgue.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to this episode of Inside the Morgue. We're your favorite spooky girls, Jess and Alice. And for this week's mini-sode, if you haven't heard, around 2 weeks ago, Alice surprised me with an episode of something I've never heard of before, so I'm doing the same to her.
I'm so excited.
Alice, do you remember when you watched The Long Walk?
What are you going to do to me?
And do you remember when you were like, oh, I wonder if The Long Walk was like based on something? It's not, but I found something very similar.
It's not.
I found something so similar, and I was really proud of myself for finding this, and I had to share it with you because it's literally insane, like The Long Walk was. Also, I'm obsessed with The Long Walk.
Yeah, Jess is obsessed with The Long Walk. So am I. I'm obsessed with the
Cole
movie.
did a whole episode on it. You should check it out.
Yeah, Jess read the book and saw the movie like in the same week.
I was really depressed for like a few days.
It's fine. It's not fine. We're very sad, but it's okay. And now I'm scared, but I'm excited.
But before we get into this episode, we're recording with Young Junk. So if you have any podcast questions or abouts, hit them up on YouTube. Or email them at Terry.
Yeah, at Terry. Just yell for Terry.
Just
Scream Terry's name in the streets of Manayunk and he'll find you.
All right. Alice, have you ever heard of the Barkley Marathons?
No.
Oh, good.
Just was afraid I was going to have like heard of this.
I was like, God, Alice has probably already heard of this. So this is one of the hardest ultra running races around the world.
Okay.
So it's created by the founder, Gary, Lazarus Lake Cantrell. The race provides one of the most grueling ultra marathons ever created. And here is everything that you need to know about this mysterious race that takes place in Tennessee.
Tell me the mysteries.
This was originally created around like 1977-ish. James Earl Ray, who assassinated Martin Luther King Jr., he escaped from Brushy Mountain State Penitentiary in the town of Petros in Morgan County, Tennessee. A massive manhunt took place over 2 days to look for Ray. Ray only covered around 8 miles after escaping for 54 hours through the hills and backwoods surrounding the prison before he was officially caught. So, mocking how low mileage Ray covered, Cantrell said to himself, I could do at least 100 miles. Thus, the Barkley Marathons were born.
Oh my God.
Cantrell named the race after his longtime neighbor and running companion, Barry Barkley, and Barkley had died in 2019 at the age of 70. So the first official running for the Barkleys was in 1986.
Okay, so Barry Barkley was still alive when the first...
Barry Barkley was still alive when this race was created.
When the Barkley Marathon happened. Okay. This is crazy already. They're like making fun of it.
This man is insane.
Oh my God.
It gets crazier. So the field size and the composition of the race is what makes it one of the most difficult. So though the race has grown in popularity over the last few years, the race is limited to around 35 to 40 runners, largely due to the restrictions by Tennessee park officials. The field consists of runners of all abilities, from elite runners to people Cantrell says have no business being there.
Damn, he's a hater.
This man is literally
he's
insane.
A hater.
This is especially true for whoever receives bib number 1. This is known as the human sacrifice, aka the person who has the least chance of winning.
That's so mean.
For years, the official participant list for the Barkley races, Barkley Marathons, was kept hush-hush until the race began. But with growing interest in the endurance event and social media being what it is, many dedicated runners announce if they are selected ahead of time on their own platform. So they wanted it to be this big secret that was like, oh, you're only cool if you get in, but you can't talk about it.
Oh my God.
They keep a lot of things secret. It's weird.
Mm-hmm.
So registering for the race is also very, very weird. This whole thing is weird. The race is popular, but the application process is not your typical, I'm just going to go online and sign up for a race. Registration and application for the race is very difficult, and they do that on purpose because they basically don't want you to be in this.
Yeah.
They're making it so hard. Cantrell has stated that anything that makes it more mentally stressful for the runners is good. There's no official race website, and potential entrants must send an email to a correct address, which must be sent in at the correct time, and they have to pay a $1.60 application fee, which represents 1 penny per mile for both the 60-mile and 100-mile races.
My God.
Sorry, I need a drink.
This is crazy.
Additionally, an entry form must also be completed, which includes bizarre and irrelevant questions. And some of the questions are like, what is the most important vegetable group? What would be the 119th element on the periodic table? Write the Gettysburg Address in Saweave. I don't even know what that is. And then this is also followed by a written essay on why I should be allowed to participate and run in the Barkley. After this, only 40 people are accepted and given the date of the race.
But how many people actually go through all this?
No idea.
Oh my God. I would love if like only 40 people entered and they're like, wow, we only picked 40 of you. And it's like they're the only ones who actually tried this hard.
At this point, I was thinking this is the real long walk.
It literally,
They have to do a physical test of some sort in the beginning. They have to do like a mental test. They have to write a personal essay.
Do they get shot? They don't.
No, they don't. But
this is still insane.
This is literally the long walk. You're volunteering to put yourself through pain.
This is insane. I almost said terrible. Insane and terrible all in one.
So if you are accepted into the Barkley races, you receive a letter of condolences from Cantrell, which is also basically what the major does in the long walk.
I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry for your loss.
I'm so sorry. You're going to hate yourself. That's so funny.
So racers are also expected to pay another fee, which also takes the form of an article of clothing, such as like a white button-up shirt or socks, and Cantrell picks the item to bring to the race each year.
So they all have to bring the same thing?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
First-timers, or Barkley virgins, as Cantrell calls them, are also asked to bring a license plate from their state or country as part of the entrance fee, which are hung in the trees each year as mementos.
Okay.
So previous racers are required to bring an item of clothing, which in the past has included things like a white shirt, socks, size 18 flannel shirt, as a donation for being a non-finisher. The clothing donations are apparently based on the current needs of Cantrell at the time. So if he needs more shirts, he's going to be like, hey, can you bring a white shirt?
I thought you were going to say like on the current needs of like a charity in the area. Like if they're short.
It's this man being so delusional.
He's making them do his clothes shopping. That's insane.
Prior finishers of the race who want to re-enter and run again for whatever stupid reason, they must submit a pack of Camel cigarettes as part of the registration fee because those are Cantrell's favorite.
This man. Oh my God.
Insane. The course is not well known outside of those who have attempted the loop of this race. But for the main reference, we should know that it takes place in Cumberland Mountains within Frozen Head State Park, which is in Wartburg, Tennessee, wherever the heck that is.
Obviously.
From there, all you need to know is that it takes you through like the park's more than 24,000 acres by the closed Brushy Mountain State Penitentiary, and
Is that where
like
the guy
was crazy terrain? That's where the guy who assassinated Martin Luther King Jr.
That's where Ray was, and that they're mocking him.
And they were like, Ray sucks. So finishers of the race, they have to complete 5 loops of the course to earn the title of a Barkley finisher. The distance for each is about 20 miles, according to Cantrell, though runners often dispute this claim, saying it's roughly a marathon. How long is a marathon?
26.2.
Okay. Yeah, it's like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then you add in the fact that it's very easy to go off course. And that's how it gets like way longer because
my
it's just
God.
not clear of like
Yeah.
what the path is because it's just such
just
horrible terrain.
Sending these people out running.
Yeah. A course map and a set of printed directions are available before the race begins, which runners must study and copy onto their own maps prior to the race. So they each have a map, but you have to memorize what you're given only a few moments before. So that's why it's easy to go off course.
Oh my God.
So they have to navigate by their own notes alone once the race begins. This has led to runners getting lost.
Obviously.
In 2016, a 75-year-old runner became lost for 32 hours after covering just 2 miles of the course, eventually entering a different country.
County, right?
County.
Like what country's next to Tennessee?
Sorry, county.
What?
Yeah.
75 years old? He's lost for 32 hours?
But you put yourself through it. You volunteered to do this.
Oh my God.
So again, the terrain makes it challenging, but the elevation is also what makes it even more challenging. The total elevation gain is 60,000 feet if you complete all 5 loops, and that's basically the equivalent of climbing Everest twice.
What?
And then being in the woods and often off blazed trails, runners are subjected to thorns and unpleasant plants to run through, and they can get like battered up and cut up running off course.
My God.
The race historically takes place around the first weekend in April, though it has been run in March as before just to like throw off spectators. They also don't want you to watch this race. They don't want you to know about it, and they don't want you to come, and they don't want you to be in it.
I'm so confused. Like, what is the purpose? Oh my God.
Only the racers are allowed on the course. Spectators are kept off to 2 spots while crews must wait by the campground near Yellow Gate in Frozen Head State Park as they await the runners returning. In the race's history, the event has only been canceled twice. The first time it was in 2000 when an issue kept Frozen Head State Park from honoring the event permits.
Do you think the runners got their $1.60 back
No.
and the clothing that they donated to Cantrell?
That was Cantrell's
What about the
grocery
Camel
shopping for the
cigarettes?
week.
Oh my God.
And then the second time was 2020 when COVID hit, forcing the park officials to cancel the race. A safe version of the Barkley Marathons was then held. Safe. I don't know. It was held in 2021 with COVID protocols in place. So you had to run with a mask on.
Safe version. There's no safe version of this. Oh my God.
And then for the second year in a row, there were multiple finishers at the Barkley. In fact, there were 5 finishers just last year in 2014.
2024.
2024. I can't read. Jasmin Paris was among them, becoming the first woman to start and complete a 5th and final loop. Before that, Sue Johnston started a 4th loop in 2001.
Oh my God.
So how the race works. This is like breaking it down into how crazy and insane it is and basically why they don't want you to finish.
Okay.
The race starts, it occurs sometime between midnight and noon. However, racers are never told when the race is officially starting. The only indication they receive for the start time is by Cantrell blowing a conch shell, which would come in the middle of the night to signify that the race is going to start in exactly 1 hour. So whatever time he blows it.
Woken up in the
1
middle of the
hour.
night? Or
Yeah.
they're just waiting to run?
I think they're all standing there waiting.
Oh my
Like
God.
it's like a campground. Like they're all just like hanging out until the race starts.
This sounds awful. This sounds terrible. Why do I want to do it? No.
Alice is gonna go apply next year.
I gotta go get a size 18 final shirt to donate.
So once the hour is up, racers line up at the Yellow Gate at the campground within Frozen Head State Park. When Cantrell lights his cigarette, the race begins, along with the clock starting.
Lights his cigarette as the start
So
of
you're
the
staring
race?
at this man for an hour then, until he starts to smoke a cigarette.
Oh my God.
Participants then have 60 hours to complete the course. Sorry.
Oh my God.
And that's a hard cutoff. 60 hours or you don't finish. Because in past years, there was a man named Gary Robbins who appeared at the finish line, but he was 6 seconds past the 60-hour mark, so he became a non-finisher.
I would be homicidal.
It also was deemed that he came from the wrong direction, so he was just...
I would kill somebody. That's insane.
To complete the race, you must complete 5 loops of the course. The first 2 are often done in the same direction, like clockwise, and the second 2 are often run in opposite direction, and it can be one or the other on the final loop. Each loop must be done in 12 hours to even attempt a full course, unless you're trying to do the fun run. And that's often 3 loops done in 13 hours and 20 minutes for each loop.
It's a fun run.
The fun run.
It's really chill,
So
fun run.
40 hours total to do the fun run instead of the 60 hours for the full course.
This is the long walk. I'm picturing
This is the
Cantrell
long
as
walk.
Mark Hamill as the major. Just smoking a cigarette.
So runners must touch the yellow gate as they leave for each loop. They must complete a loop. When they complete a loop, they must touch the gate again to officially finish.
You know, when you were a kid and you were like making up a game with your friends and you just like change the rules just like as you're going. You're like, no, you didn't get me. You didn't tag me as it because you didn't touch the thing before you tagged me. And that's a rule. It's my house. And like,
That's this.
This is this guy.
It's that plus the long walk. So then, once touched, they can go to their crew and recover. The faster you finish a loop, the more time you theoretically have to recover before starting again.
Oh my God, this is the long walk.
So example, if you finish loop 1 in 10 hours, you then have 2 hours until you have to start your second loop if eyeing a chance at the full course.
And all of this has to be within the 60 hours.
It has to be within 60 hours.
Okay.
When racers are ready to go back out, they receive a new bib with a new number, I think.
And they have to
And
touch
they
the
touch
gate.
touch the gate again.
Or they can't
But
win.
if you don't touch the gate, you don't finish.
You don't win. It's my house, my rules.
Cantrell makes the rules.
Cantrell is insane.
So your bib is very important in this race.
Oh my God.
It doesn't track the runner or the splints. Rather, each loop requires runners to make it to various points in the park. And those checkpoints are books that Cantrell has placed there. I told you, this literally is the idea of a madman. So your bib is the page number that you have to rip out in that book, and competitors must find between 9 and 15 books along the course. The exact number varies each year. And if you're missing a page, you didn't officially complete that loop. Again, he's just making up these
It's
rules.
like, all right, my bib's number
Cantrell's house.
217. I need to get page 217 from book number 9. I can't.
So because of this, competitors are usually only issued odd numbers on their bibs. There is one map at the start line for runners to copy. There's no GPS technology allowed, and course markings are available for runners. It's literally insane. Most runners struggle to complete even one loop.
Yeah, no shit. Like, are you kidding?
And it's considered a high degree of honor to complete the fun run, which is, again, 3 loops in 40 hours.
I'd slap someone in the mouth if they told me that was a fun run and I just did it. They're like, oh, you did the fun run version. Okay.
If you drop out, you surrender yourself at the yellow gate, the start gate. They play taps on the bugle to
They
symbolize you
shoot you.
tapping out of the race. And then you get your ticket.
They take you out behind the shed. And they're just never seen again.
Where'd Maggie go?
This is so absurd.
So, the race known as the race that eats its young. And this is also like what caught my attention. This is the long walk. It has been referred to as a satanic running adventure.
Yeah. Oh my God.
It's considered a countercultural event, particularly due to its low monetary cost to enter and its eccentricities.
Yeah.
Cantrell himself has been described as definitely a character.
That's one word for it, or 3, I guess.
By
but
one of the finishers, John Kelly, who stated that Cantrell's persona, Lazarus Lake, comes off as a sadist that turns out to torture people and watch them fail, but he loves nothing more than to watch people
I
succeed.
don't believe you, John Kelly.
The major.
Yeah.
Cantrell argues that most runners should fail to complete the course, as failure is essential to growth. This man is a sadist.
This is insane.
So the
Or
race,
are all the people that sign up masochists? I don't know.
maybe. The race is considered to be one of the most challenging ultramarathons held in the U.S., if not the world. I don't know of any other race that makes it this hard.
I don't know any other race where you have to find a book page and answer riddles 3 to finish.
Cantrell stated in 2013 that most of these finishers had a science or engineering background, and that all except one had an advanced degree. I don't know what that has to do with anything because you're running. As of 2018, about 55% of the races has ended with no finishers.
More than half. More than half is no winners.
At the end of the 2015 event, the full
2025.
I don't want to say 2015.
You're just yearning for the 2010s. I love that. I love the 2010s. You're just yearning for this episode. You're like, take me back.
At the end of the 2025 event, the full 5-loop race had been completed within 60 hours, a total of 26 times by 20 runners, but there were no finishers.
My God.
And that is the Barkley Marathons, the real long walk. They actually made a documentary on this, which I don't know where it's available, maybe YouTube.
Uh-huh.
I think that was in 2014.
Or was it 2024?
It was 2014, and maybe that's why I'm like so stuck in the
Maybe.
2010s. And it's basically just about how ridiculous and crazy this race is.
This is absurd.
And I think that's when like the peak in the social media aspect of it made people like, oh, well, I want to do this crazy thing.
Yeah, I know. I was kind of like, as you started describing it at first, I was like,
I want to run through the forest.
Yeah, and then you told me I had to be up from midnight to noon, wake up to a conch shell. What is it? Touch yellow gates.
Watch a man.
Watch a
smoke
man
a
smoke
cigarette.
a cigarette. I had to bring him his clothes for the week.
Bring him pages and books.
Bring him his pages of books and laundry and give him pennies.
Give him laundry.
Give him his laundry for the week. I was like, I don't know. Maybe I'm out. I want a license plate. And
Yeah, you have to bring a New York license plate.
Yeah. Dude, this is insane.
Welcome to the long walk.
Good job.
I also think that the letter of condolence.
Oh, that's
so
the favorite.
funny.
And they play taps. Play taps if you don't finish.
I'm
Just
sorry
shame
for
you.
your loss.
Shame you for a little bit. Hey, I'm like only 40 people. I like to imagine that like only 40 people enter, and he tries to make it seem like way more people
so
did.
elite.
It's so elite.
We're
Oh
so
my
cool.
God.
We only let 40 people
Oh,
in.
let's talk about shaming the number one. Giving the person the number one bib who he thinks is not going to finish. That's so mean.
It's so mean.
He's bullying these people. Like, oh my God. And it all started because he was making fun of a
bashing.
murderer. Oh my God.
Damn, that murderer didn't get far.
Murderer only got 8 miles in 54 hours. I could do
100.
Has he done it though?
No.
He has. It's always that guy who's like, oh,
He
I could
says
do
he
it.
could do 100, but he makes the race 60 miles. No,
There
sorry,
is- there
60
is-
hours.
There is a 100-mile loop and then
Yeah.
a 60-mile loop.
I got
That's why it's
confused.
$1.60. I paid attention when
I
you
got
were talking.
confused for a second.
I paid attention.
I talked too much.
Dude, that was a wild story. Thank you for that.
You're welcome. I
learned
thought you would
something
enjoy
new.
that.
I did. I did. All right, I gotta go train because I'm gonna do this.
We're
I'm
gonna
gonna
go
finish.
train for the Barkley Marathons.
Yeah. So if you never see me again, I didn't finish, and they
And
they gave me
play
my
taps.
ticket. I'm just kidding. He played taps for me, and
The major is out to get her now.
Mark Hamill's out to get me because I didn't finish.
But you're
the
gonna get your
Barkley Ra-
revenge.
I'm gonna get my revenge. I will. We're just writing a whole revenge arc for me.
This is your villain arc.
This is my villain origin story. This has been a very fun mini episode. Thank you, Jess. Yeah,
I tried to at least match the energy you brought with the
you
Galapagos
did.
affair.
You did. I had so much fun listening to this for the first time. This is insane. If you guys have any ideas for funny topics, shoot us a DM because like I'll still even like deep dive with you on a funny topic to talk about. But it is fun to surprise each other.
Yeah, if you like this, let us know.
Yeah. Please let us know.
I think it's fun for us.
Yeah, it's very fun for us. We hope it's fun for you. Thank you guys for listening. You can find us on Instagram and TikTok at Inside the Morgue Pod. You can shoot us an email at Gmail. We're on YouTube, on Young Chunk's YouTube page. Shout out to Young Chunk once again. Hope you enjoyed this as much as I did. That was insane. And we'll be back next time for a brand new dissection. Bye.
Young Chunk!